What's up guys, this is Rise and welcome to another video. Today we are competing in a Premier Cup tournament. A cup is already a tournament, right? But this is the Premier Cup tournament. It's like 2-in-1 for you via the Osmo PvP server. I shout it out all the time. Awesome fun tournaments we do all the time. So if you guys want to play in cool tournaments like this with me, make sure you join, link down in the description. And we are going up in round one against our guy Sean, aka Kumar. Yeah, this is a pretty decent lead for us with Togekiss against Snorlax. We're able to land the flamethrower and take out Snorlax. He bullet punches us down with Metagross, and we don't have a super strong counter for Metagross. Snorlax is a pretty decent counter, but it's not like a great one because Meteor Mashes are still going to do a ton of damage, and we really have to win that Body Slam, and then or land the Earthquake bait with Body Slam is what I meant to say. He switches in with Machamp, and we don't have a great answer, so we have no choice but to go into our Metagross. We're probably going to draw a shield with this Meteor Mash, but he can honestly just shield and then straight like counter slash cross chop us down. So we're in a tough spot. Snorlax does not want to see this Machamp either. Perhaps I could have shielded, got off another Meteor Mash, taken the shield, and then body slammed. I'm not sure. And yeah, maybe I could have saved this shield for Metagross, but I have to get off the Earthquake. I don't even get off the Earthquake, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe I could have won actually if I let the cross chop go through, save the shield for Metagross, Earthquake, and get to a body slam before he gets to another cross chop. Potentially a win condition there, but nonetheless, we lose game one. GG to Sean. Let's see if we switch it up a little bit. So this time we're gonna go with a Dragonite lead, expecting maybe to see that Snorlax again, and then hopefully saving the Togekiss in back for that Machamp. Sometimes if people win, like he did in pretty convincing fashion, they like to lead with the same thing and go with the same lineup. So Dragonite wins this matchup in all even shielding scenarios. So we are in a good position. We're definitely gonna stay in this. Body Slam will chunk away, but we are going to add up more damage accumulatively with the Dragon Breaths. Dragon Claw draws a shield. Okay, that's great. We might still be able to win this even without committing a shield. That one goes through. Another Body Slam came through. I think he probably over-farmed a bit, but I thought maybe he didn't, so I actually commit to trying to Dragon Breath him down. I probably should have gone for that Dragon Claw. That would have prevented me from having to use a shield here, but I do shield to get switch advantage. I'm going to try and go for this Hurricane because I knew if he brought in a Togekiss, like Dragon Claw would barely do anything anyway. So I do get off the Hurricane, which is great and really chunks away at that Metagross. We come in with our own Metagross. I'm going to shield this just in case it's an Earthquake. Yeah, and it is an Earthquake, so good thing we shield. He makes a nice swap into Machamp, but that's fine. Machamp's gonna have to shield this anyway. And now at this point, all shields are down. He will be able to get off a super effective Rock Slide against us, but that's okay. It won't be enough to KO us. Probably do a little more than half health. And then we can Charm down from here and probably get to a Flamethrower before we go down. Just barely get to this Flamethrower, and this will be plenty enough to take out the Metagross. Super effective damage, hard-hitting move. And there we go. We take game number 2. So in round 1, it all comes down to game number 3. Who can take the win? Rise or Sean? Here we go. And I think whenever it comes down to game 3 in any scenario, this is kind of tense, right? So you want to strategize a lot, and I'm looking at his team of 6, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can surprise him with something. He's gone with the same line, right? Maybe I can put my Rhyperior in there. I think about using Rhyperior at least. But sometimes, better safe than sorry. Just so many mind games go into this, and this is what I love Civ. So I decided to not edit out this part where I'm thinking about choosing my team, because I'm literally about to use that team, and I'm like, well, actually, this is really weak to Machamp in the back, and if I can't match up my Rhyperior against the Metagross, I could be in trouble. So I thought about using Rhyperior, but then I think I end up going back to Togekiss, and I'm like, then I'm thinking about one more thing. Who knows what I was thinking at this point? I forget. But I decide, after all that time thinking, just to go with the same line. And I actually do that often. I think about it a lot, and then I go up the same line. And it's a good thing we did, because we draw a good lead once again. Dragonite beats Snorlax, as we saw. Body Slam coming through. That's perfectly fine by me. We're over farming a bit. Getting off this Dragon Claw. Let's see if he decides to commit any shields this time in this matchup. Another Dragon Claw coming through. Doesn't look like he's shielding, and we know we can survive this Body Slam and Dragon Breath down, so that's what we are going to do. And check this out. He actually swaps into his Machamp. And what I decided to do here is kind of interesting. I know that he probably has his Metagross in back, considering that's the lineup he's been running. So I actually just do as much damage as I can with my Dragonite. I come in with Togekiss. I know that he's probably going to throw a Rock Slide, but I know we can survive it, and that's fine. And I think this might be just a Cross Chop, so I don't shield. But even if it's a Rock Slide, I'm fine with that. And it's just a Cross Chop, so we survive. To avoid being farmed down, I swap into my Metagross, and we're in a good position because we're a shield up in a mirror match, and we do not fall for the Snorlax sack swap. So now we're in a pretty commanding position. We're probably about even on energy, and we are up a shield. So no point in shield baiting at this point in time. I just go straight Earthquake because I know I can get to another Earthquake before they can land anything really on us. This Earthquake should be enough to take out the Metagross. Bang, bang, boogie. Go down. And yeah, we take that round number 1 victory. Good games to our guy Sean. Going up in round number 2. Crypto Tony. Cryptocurrency. Tony the Tiger. Whatever you want to call him. He's a strong battler. And guys, in life sometimes, it's okay to be confident, and I'm all about being humble, like 90% of the time, but sometimes you gotta pat yourself on the back, show yourself some love, and in game 3 of this set, I kind of go sick nasty bro. I kind of go ham and make a really nice play. So stick around for game number 3 of this set. Okay, interesting lead. Because Dragonite is so insane with Dragon Breath, Magnezone actually loses this in the 2 shield. So what we're gonna do is throw a Wild Charge and dip out of here, and we land it, which is great. I safe swap into Snorlax, and I'm running him because he doesn't have any fighters on his team, so he doesn't have anything that's really gonna punish Snorlax. He goes into his Metagross, and I know that I can actually win this matchup. So what I like to do is build up to the Earthquake and then go for Body Slam. I failed to mention it. He actually made a nice sack swap absorbing the Body Slam with Metagross. I probably should have been aware of that, but I was trying to put shield pressure on that Dragonite. So I just went for the Body Slam straight away. But I probably should have saw that coming. Let's see what I decided to do here. Because we already got a shield, I am going to commit 2 shields here to retain switch. And this way I can just lick down. I'm expecting maybe that Dragonite to come in with loads of energy. So I throw this Body Slam right away. This will probably force his second shield. It does. Let's see what this is. Just a Dragon Claw. But because Dragon Breaths do so much, he will actually be able to farm us down. And he makes another nice sack swap into his Rhyperior. And check out this. I actually failed to notice before I swapped that it's a Smackdown Rhyperior and not a Mud Slap Rhyperior. So I actually arguably should have gone into Magnezone and then just gone straight Mirror Shot, but I don't. And those Smackdowns really add up. What's he gonna go for here? I'm not sure. It's a Draco Meteor, and he actually takes out our Magnezone, but we still have Snorlax, and because he sharply lowered his attack, Snorlax licks down good old Dragonite, and we take game number 1. Here we're going into game number 2. Any changes? Because it's a Smackdown Rhyperior, I decide I want to use my Metagross in there. I know Metagross has a good matchup against like 4 of his Pokemon. Well, 3 and then like the mirror match. Great lead there. Togekiss versus Dragonite. I was a little late swapping out my Togekiss here. I just wanted to do some charm damage to ensure I won the mirror match. He goes for Stone Edge, which is interesting. Interesting that he's running Stone Edge on his Rhyperior. I go for the Meteor Mash to take him out. He doesn't shield. Let's see what he brings in. Brings back in his Dragonite, so probably doesn't have a great answer for Metagross. It's got me thinking, what the heck does he have in back? I don't know, maybe a Togekiss? Takes us out with Dragon Claw, and he has his own Metagross in back, so probably should have gone in with his own Metagross. Oh, maybe he wanted to save it for the Togekiss. That's probably it. But at this point, because we had 2 shields saved up, we're in a pretty good position. I'm just gonna go straight Body Slam at this point, because with his 2 shields, there's no point in trying to land an Earthquake, because these licks are doing so much, as you can see. I'm just gonna commit 2 shields to my Snorlax. Another Meteor Mash coming through. He's out of his shields, and like, you might be wondering, like, oh, you double baited him with Body Slam. Like, he kind of had no choice to shield otherwise, because they're still gonna chip away. And then we could have probably just licked down, but we decided to come in here with Togekiss because we almost had a charge move. And Ancient Power is enough to take out the sliver of health that Metagross had left. So Crypto Tony, GG's. In these tournaments, if you win the first 2, you can either take the wins up to your opponent, or you can play a game 3 just out of sportsmanship. And guys, this game 3 is kind of an insane one, okay? I'm really excited about this one. Okay, so we're changing it up a little. We're gonna run Snorlax and Double Steel in the back, it looks like. Interesting lineup. He doesn't have a fighter, and he does have a Smackdown Rhyperior. So he's actually leading with Rhyperior this game. I'm not sure how this matchup goes, but because I was only going Body Slam before, I thought maybe I could land this Earthquake. So I go straight for the Earthquake, and boom, it takes out his Rhyperior. And so last game, right, he was running Stone Edge. So this kind of catches me off guard. He baits me with Surf, and I'm expecting, okay, maybe another one, but it's a Rock Wrecker. So I think he kind of switched his Rhyperiors, which isn't really allowed, but it's whatever. And because it's a Smackdown, I come in here with Magnezone to actually try and spark down. And I know I might have to eat a Surf, but this will allow me to gain a ton of energy on my Magnezone, because those sparks are like double resisted. So now I'm totally loaded with energy, and he doesn't have anything that can really punish Magnezone. So he actually comes in with my Milotic. I'm gonna bait here with Mirror Shot. I thought I could get to double Wild Charges, but I probably should have baited here again with Mirror Shot, as you'll see. Wild Charge gets shielded, and because I lowered my defense, one more Waterfall takes out Magnezone. So we're in a tough spot, right? We're up a shield, but it's essentially Metagross versus 2 Pokemon. Metagross versus 2 Pokemon. And we have to use our shield, otherwise we're going to be super low. He swaps into his own Metagross. Okay, we have some play. There's no way though, right? There's no way we come back. We go for this Earthquake after over farming for energy. We land the Earthquake. Metagross, see you later. Bye-bye, my twin, my cousin. We get to another Earthquake. We overfarmed. Is this going to be enough to take out my Milotic? It is. Bang, bang, boogie. Get out of here, Milotic. Get out of here, Metagross. My Metagross doesn't want to hear anything. He's a savage. And he takes out the rest of the team. Fast forward, round number 3. The semifinal, or you could say. We're going up against Battle Courier. Looks like I'm running double steel. Metagross is pretty good against his line, so I decided to lead with it. He leads with his own Metagross. Oh, and check this out. So I actually, you can type your conspiracies in the comments. I actually forgot to record game number 1, but I won it. And I won it partially because I kept baiting with Meteor Mash against his Metagross. And this time I go straight for the Earthquake, and boom, he thought I was gonna bait, and I land it. That puts us in a phenomenal position to start off. Now we can get off a Meteor Mash against this Machamp and probably go up a shield as well. So Meteor Mash coming through, draws a shield. I'm just gonna let him take us down. His Machamp does have quite a bit of energy though, and Dragonite does not want to eat Rock Slides. And I think he might make a nice play here. Yeah, he baits us with Cross Chop. Very nice. And I know this is probably a Rock Slide, but I don't want to commit both shields just yet. Maybe I should have. And it's a Togekiss. So actually, good thing I didn't commit both shields, because now if he goes for a Flamethrower, I can shield it. I decide to go for Mirror Shot. If he lets it go, I'm just going to go straight Mirror Shot, but he's shielded, so now I can just finish it off with Wild Charge. Machamp still has a little bit of health, but it's so low, we can just Spark down with our Magnezone. That was actually game number 2 against Battle Courier, the founder of the Osmo PvP group, by the way. So, I actually won this round already. You can type your conspiracies in the comments that I'm hiding a secret loss. But I'm not, because you're going to see he actually does well in this one. Okay, so we're in the Togekiss Mirror match. And if you watch my videos, normally what I do here is I just let my shield once. And then I charm all the way down, because normally you get an extra charm in. But check out what happens here. I actually don't get an extra charm in. And then we both go down. So I should have used the Ancient Power. Definitely a misplay. Something I should have realized. But I thought maybe it would give me that extra charm. Then we go in with our Dragonite. We really have to shield this Meteor Mash because it's going to do a ton of damage. I tried to make the sack swap there, but I was late. I go for this Dragon Claw. Maybe he thinks I'm going to do like a Draco and dip or something. But he doesn't fall for it. I am able to catch a charge move here on Magnezone, which keeps us in the game. And then he goes into Machamp. Okay. So I'm going to try and bait with Mirror Shot and then get off a Wild Charge. I think he still has 2 shields though, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he still has 2 shields. So this is going to be really tough for us. We get off the Wild Charge, we draw both shields, but he can just counter us down, and he's got to be like right at a Rock Slide. Unfortunately, if we hadn't thrown that Dragon Claw before, we might have been able to Hurricane and then finish off the Metagross. But we are not able to, and Battle Courier takes us out in game 3. So I'm able to win that 2 out of the 3 games, but he took 1. Now we're going up against the championship round. I should say we're going up against Seth in the championship round. Seth the Beast. You can see we're pretty closely ranked on Sylph. Magnezone versus Metagross. This is favorable for Magnezone. I have to be really careful of the Earthquake. So I decided to shield this first one. If he baits me, so be it. but we do correctly shield the Earthquake, which is great. I try baiting with Mirror Shot, which is pretty risky because it'll do hardly anything. He doesn't fall for it. But now I have double wild charges. So if he decides to shield this, I can throw another at him. He shielded the first. Will he shield this one too? He doesn't. Okay, now I have to be ready. He comes in with Machamp, and I know nothing on his team like super punishes Metagross. So rather than being farmed down by the Machamp, I swap immediately into Metagross. And this actually, because I knew to do that, this makes this game a lot more clear cut. If I had gotten farmed down, I would have been in a much worse position. He lands the Earthquake, but I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm going to come back in here with Magnezone. I know he probably can't get to another Earthquake, and this is just the Body Slam. So I'm essentially just saving my last shield for my Dragonite. I go for a Mirror Shot here to either force a shield or to take out Snorlax. I get off this Wild Charge. This will likely force a shield. He still has one shield, right? Yep. And then I can swap into Dragonite. Dragonite can take one Rock Slide, but I know I'm probably going to have to shield something. And I don't think he can even get to 2 before. Yeah, so I actually am able to just Dragon Breath down. Good games in game number 1. One more win wins us the championship. Can we do it? What do you think? Comment below. You probably already know by the title of this video, but anything can happen. Maybe I was lying. Maybe I was clickbaiting you. Who knows? We're thinking about changing. I decided to lead with Metagross this time. Metagross, pretty safe lead against his team. Gyarados does okay against it. Machamp does okay against it, but like Snorlax does okay, but nothing is really gonna hard punish it. Even Snorlax isn't gonna hard punish it. And you actually, I think you see me win this matchup. I think I get baited and I still win out this matchup. So Snorlax isn't really like a super hard counter for Metagross. Because he was pretty low, I thought maybe he was going for Earthquake. But he baits me with Body Slam, very nice. I go for this Meteor Match to force him to use a shield. Or to give up Switch. He shields, and at this point, I know he wouldn't bother shielding if he couldn't get to an Earthquake, so I'm going to shield, and this will let me Bullet Punch down. He switches into his own Metagross. Okay, and check this frickin' out. Check this frickin' out, guys. Ugh, this is such a good play. I go for the Earthquake. I draw the second shield. He knows that I can get to one before he Bullet Punches me down, so he has to use the energy. Get ready for your mind to be blown. Get ready. Get ready for the play of the summer. Magnezone will get one shot, but I make a sack swap. What's this gonna be? You guessed it right. I catch the Earthquake. Double resisted against the flying type. This keeps us in the game. We're going for a Dragon Claw here just to chip away. We know we're probably gonna have to get taken out by a Meteor Mash, but that's okay. Meteor Mash coming in. What's gonna be in back? What the heck is gonna be in back? We come in with Magnezone. We already have energy stored up. That's the key. I probably should have gone for Mirror Shot first, but I go for Wild Charge first. Then I get to Mirror Shot. Will Mirror Shot be enough to take him out? I think it will. He's pretty low and glassy. It does. Once he got him back, it's that Metagross with a little bit. He's gone. Mirror Shot coming in against Snorlax. Can I get a Magnezone sweep for the championship? That's what I can get. We take it. It's all good. Magnezone's all good. I've done multiple videos on Magnezone, and he's the real deal. He's the real MVP. It's not Kevin Durant. It's Magnezone. Magnezone's the real MVP. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, I went a little crazy there. Make sure to like, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you to Cuddy for hosting this tournament, and JR as always. If you guys want to do these fun tournaments with me, once again, join the Osmo PvP Discord server, link in the description. And without further ado, thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned. Join me on Twitch tomorrow night for an auto rec tournament. It'll be a ton of fun. And on Friday, I'm going to be streaming a draft cup. So make sure you go follow me on Twitch if you haven't already. Without further ado, thank y'all for watching. I love all y'all. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.